No pace car to send in. We're going to go green flag racing when Harry Millard says so, and he does now. As the green flag flies, we're underway in this Ken Noe Dodge Gary Harrison's son main event for the Sportsman cars.
Down into turns 1 and 2. Out of turn 2, it's Butch McWirt, your leader down the back stretch, followed by Brian Gerain.
Wheel-to-wheel racing for the number 3 spot between Bobby Hackle and Brian Kirk. Hackle takes over the number 3 position as Kirk drops back. We got a car up into the wall. Against the wall in turn number 3. He gives it up over, stays on the gas. The green flag remains. Oh, we got a car up in the air. Almost rolling over, but he got it back down on all fours. A wild ride up in the banking there at the rear of the pack. I believe that was the Kenny Bosberg car. Yes, indeed, that was the Kenny Bosberg car that took such a wild ride, but we stay green.
Green flag continues out for Butch McWirt as McWirt works his way up into turn 1 now. Brian Gerain looks way down low. Yellow lights out on the speedway. As we've got a car, looks like Bobby Hackle.
I'd like to remind you folks, we still have street stock racing to come here in the medium block division after the conclusion of this Sportsman feature. Ready to go back to green from Harry Millard. He looks him over. Butch McWirt at the front of the field along with Brian Gerain. We are underway.
Up into turn 1 now. McWirt on the outside. Gerain coming right at him on the inside. Brian Gerain sticks the note of the Labella's Pizza 16 in front. Down the backstretch, they run. Gerain now holds the lead as they go down into turn 3.
Brian Gerain makes the pass up into the turn number 3. He's got the lead. Butch McWirt back there in number 2 running position now. Rest of the field sorts his way through the corner in the 4th turn. Coming down to lead the pack is Brian Gerain.
Battle back there for the second spot as Donnie Corellis now looks down to the low side of McWirt. McWirt bobbles just a bit from Corellis right there with a Jay Harrison Sun 35 as he runs in the 3rd spot. In the 80 of Brian Kirk in 4th, 5th to Eddie Maxson.
Eddie Maxson looking over your 4th place runner Brian Kirk as the yellow lights come on the speedway.
Yellow lights coming out on the speedway. Art Collins and Guy Sheldon picking up the pace through turns 3 and 4. Speedway's clear. We'll be looking for a green.
Harry Millard looks him over up in the flag stand, lets the green flag fly. We're back underway. Brian Gerain leads him up into turn 1.
Up into turn 1 now. Brian Gerain leads him through. Back there in 2nd is Butch McWirt. But here comes Donnie Corellis down on the inside.
McWirt challenging with a wheel underneath. I should say Corellis challenging with a wheel underneath McWirt up into turn 3, and he gets the job done there at turn number 3 as Donnie Corellis takes over the number 2 spot. McWirt drops back to 3rd. We got a car up against the wall again at turn number 4, but he gets it underway in his own power.
Brian Gerain bringing him up through turns 1 and 2. Donnie Corellis now sets his sights as Corellis has moved up into that 2nd spot, and he leaves the battle for 3rd behind him.
The defending champion in this division, Art Collins, working his way towards the front. He easily passed 3rd place runner Butch McWirt up in turn number 3. He is your new 3rd place runner with the Chatham Fuel car.
Now settled back in the 4th spot is Butch McWirt. 5th spot to Brian Kirk, and then now Guy Sheldon battles to crack the top 5. Sheldon now in the top 5 with George Marcus on the move.
Guy Sheldon, opening night winner 1 year ago, has now cracked the top 5. He looks to the inside of Butch McWirt, can't quite keep it down there in the banking in turn 3. Has to back out of it, but he is in the top 5 here.
That's a battle to watch right now with Guy Sheldon and George Marcus. Yellow lights are out on the speedway. We've got a car turned around up between turns 3 and 4.
Now at the head of the field here, 2 by 2 by 2. They look good. Brian Gerain up there in the number 1 spot. Donnie Corellis is in the number 2 position. Art Collins going to have a serious threat for the lead now as we go back to green flag racing.
Up into turn 1, it's Brian Gerain showing the way up to turn 1. Back in 2nd spot is Donnie Corellis, but here comes Guy Sheldon. Sheldon pulls up the race side by side with Corellis. Corellis holds the advantage down into turn 3.
Corellis up high, Sheldon down low, up into turn number 3. Sheldon trying to keep the Mopar down on the inside of the speedway. Can't quite do it there, has to drift up the banking at turn number 4. Gerain still your leader.
Right behind Gerain now to 35 of Donnie Corellis. Guy Sheldon settles into that 3rd spot. Defending track champion, the 68 of Art Collins in 4th. 5th spot to the KG veteran, the 91M of George Marcus.
Those top 5 all run single file up to turn number 3 now. George Marcus gains a little bit of speed in the corner in turn number 4. He may have a bid for the number 4 spot from Art Collins.
George George Marcus has been at this game for a long time, and he started in the 18th started position. Now has cracked the top 5, but a race for the second spot between Sheldon and Corellis.
We mentioned it earlier, Guy Sheldon was opening night winner here 1 year ago in 1991. He'd like to repeat that performance here tonight in this Jerry Paris and Son Ken Going Dodge main event. But first, Sheldon has to get past the Jerry Paris and Son sponsored car of Corellis.
And now Corellis holds that second spot again as he drifts high. That opens the door for Sheldon down low. Sheldon slips by, and Art Collins trying to go with him.
Guy Sheldon takes over the number 2 spot in the Sheldon Oil Services car. Donnie Corellis drifts up high, kicks up that rooster tail of dirt. However, he hangs on in the number 3 running spot, but he's got serious challenges coming now from Art Collins.
Brian Gerain is taking across flags. 10 down, 10 to go for Brian Gerain. But now Guy Sheldon has broke away in that second spot, and he'll try and run him down.
Brian Gerain with a comfortable lead up in turn number 4. This time, look out, Corellis drifted wide, made hard contact with turn number 4. However, the nerve bar sustained a bit of that damage. He stays out there right now.
Now Guy Sheldon starting to reel in Brian Gerain. Sheldon winding that lead down on Brian Gerain with Art Collins settling in third.
All alone out in front is Brian Gerain. All alone, the number 2 spot is Guy Sheldon. All alone in third is Art Collins. Let's see if any one of those drivers can gain some ground on the car ahead of them.
First 4 cars, yellow flag, yellow lights out on the speedway. We got cars turned around down in turn 4.
Trouble in turn 4 as Brian Kirk in car number 80 did a complete 3
for green out of turn 4.
We have gone beyond the halfway mark now. Will be a single file restart. Brian Gerain heading the field around, picks up the pace. Green flag comes out. We're back to racing action. Let's see what Guy Sheldon can do.
Back there in third is Art Collins. Collins looking to find a way. And we're going to have a yellow flag situation as we get the 51 here.
Collins, 1, 2, 3, followed by George Marcus, number 4 spot. Bushman for 5th, ready to go back to green flag racing action with just 8 laps left in this main.
And the green flag goes fly for Brian Gerain, picking right up where he left off. Guy Sheldon looking to run him down. Art Collins there in third spot. 4th position now, the 91M of George Marcus, and Freddie Besch has now cracked the top 5.
Butch McWhirter losing a couple of spots on that restart as Besch moves into the top 5 with the PMC Fabrication number 6. On the lead end is Brian Gerain, and look at the battle we got shaping up here in the front stretch.
Another car to watch is Mike Boland in the 26. He started in the 25th starting spot as Boland now tries to crack the top 5 as he races side by side with Freddie Besch.
Lead car starting to group a bit more tightly here as Brian Gerain may be starting to lose some tires and slow down just a little bit. He's your lead car with the 16, but look at Guy Sheldon, Art Collins, and George Marcus come.
Brian Gerain pitches the Labella Pizza number 16 down to the inside, drifts up the bank in just a bit. Yellow lights out on the speedway once again. Got a car turned around up between turns 3 and 4. 6 laps to go when we go green here. Brian Gerain brings the Labella Pizza number 16 out of turn 4 looking for a green, and he does get the green. Guy Sheldon right behind. Art Collins with the Chatham Fuel 68. Now looking to the inside of Sheldon. Sheldon wheels to Sheldon Oil 518 to the outside. Holds that second spot. Then it's back to Collins in third, Dolan in fourth, and Marcus in 5th.
Question now is, can Guy Sheldon do it in these final few laps? He has steadily been inching in on your lead car, Brian Gerain. Brian Gerain has been there for a while. What can Sheldon do?
5 laps to go, and Brian Gerain may see his tires going away as Guy Sheldon looks down to the inside as they make their way down the backstretch.
Guy Sheldon with the Mopar under the hood, the Chrysler product, giving it a go right now as they move side to side in the banking in turn 4.
Down across the stripe, it's still Brian Gerain, but now Guy Sheldon right on his back bumper, and here comes Art Collins. Collins looking to join the fray as Sheldon shoots down the bank and goes side by side on the backstretch and race down across the good waypoint up into turn 3.
Sheldon on the inside, Gerain up on the high side. Gerain right there in the middle of the fast lane, tries to fight him off. He closes the door on Sheldon that time around, but here comes Sheldon down low again.
Gerain with the advantage. Sheldon all over the back bumper, and now on the inside it's Collins. Sheldon with a good head of steam on the outside. Labella Pizza 16 moves to the top, and Sheldon looks down low.
Brian Gerain now doing a super job at hanging on to the number number 1 spot as the tires fade on the number 16. 2 laps to go here. Sheldon and Collins. Whose race is it?
2 laps to go for Guy Sheldon in the Sheldon Oil 518 to run down at 16 of Brian Gerain. Gerain still holds the lead, but Sheldon coming at him once again.
Gerain doing a masterful job and making Sheldon work for a victory here. Brian Gerain, no way, no how is he going to let him by if he possibly cannot help it. Here comes Guy Sheldon ahead of Steve in a front stretch of the white flag comes out.
Guy Sheldon with 1 lap to go, all over the back bumper of Brian Gerain. He's got the outside once again. Yellow lights out on the speedway.
The climactic finish will have to wait.
Gerain as Gerain brings the field up through turns 3 and 4, looking for a green.
Ladies and gentlemen, pick yourself a winner as we go back to green now. Brian Gerain, Guy Sheldon, and Art Collins.
Up to turn 1. Now, the 16 of Gerain holds it down low. Here comes Guy Sheldon on the outside. Gerain moves it up the groove on the backstretch. Sheldon, one more turn to try.
Now Artie Collins moves to the inside. Guy Sheldon going to drop low. He's going to put it to him right here in the 4th turn. Off the front stretch. Coming down to the wire. It's going to be Brian Gerain.
Guy Sheldon comes home in 2nd spot. Art Collins 3rd. 4th position to 26. And Mike Bowen rounding out your top 5, the 91 M of George Marcus.
Get down trackside to Dan Martin in just a second. Van Allen Automotive has been involved with Brian Gerain's racing efforts in the past. Certainly a great way to start the 1992 campaign with the victory down here, and he's taking his time climbing out of the cockpit of the car.
Well, folks, there you have it. Winner of tonight's Kendall Dodge. Jay Paris and Son Landscaping Sportsman feature event, Brian Gerain. And Brian, you got that one the old-fashioned way. You earned it.
I tell you, the last couple laps there, I saw a guy sneak. I think it was Guy Sheldon, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Yeah, I saw him sneaking the nose under, and boy, I had the car working great. We could go high around it in 4 and low under them in 1 and 2. And geez, we come right out of here, right out of the garage tonight, and the thing handled perfect. The crew did a hell of a job. It's all this.
Well, that's one of the big important things in racing here is the crew. But you were the guy turning the thing around all 4 corners out here, and you did a masterful job.
Well, I had a blast. I tell you, it was the most fun I've had in a long time. Last year wasn't too good of a year, and we missed getting here once by 25 pounds, but we're here tonight, and everything's great.
Let me ask you this about the 25 pounds. Were you wincing on the way through tonight?
No, in fact, you saw me run through the mud over there just to make sure I got a few more pounds on there to make sure it went.
Well, Brian, I'll tell you, you've got to say the speedway surface is definitely there tonight for good racing, too.
It's beautiful. I wish it'd stay this soft all year. We can get rid of the holes a little, but the tackiness is pretty good. Can run just about anywhere.
Okay, you got some celebrating to do, some people waiting to take your picture. Winner of tonight's Sportsman feature event, Brian